Self-discipline is the bridge between your dreams and reality. It's the invisible force that separates the person you are now from the person you are capable of becoming. No matter how big your dream is, no matter how detailed your vision may be, without self-discipline, it all remains fantasy. A dream without discipline is just a wish, a fleeting hope that dissolves with every excuse you make. But when discipline enters your life, when you take control of your habits, your time, your energy, suddenly that dream doesn't seem so far away. It becomes attainable, measurable, real. You don't need more time, you don't need more resources, you need more focus. The ones who make it, the ones who rise, are not necessarily the most talented or the most privileged. They are the most committed. They wake up when they don't feel like it. They show up when no one's watching. They say no when it's tempting to say yes. They choose sweat over comfort, grind over ease. That's self-discipline in motion. Doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't want to do it. Every day you have two choices: to move closer to your goals or to move further away. And the truth is, your dreams are not waiting for you. The clock is ticking. Opportunities don't come with guarantees. Life doesn't pause until you're ready. You have to be disciplined enough to act without feeling ready, because waiting to feel motivated will leave you stuck. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fire that keeps burning. Success doesn't come to the passive. It doesn't favor the comfortable. It arrives for those who push beyond their limits, who risk breaking through their mental walls. Those who push when others quit, who continue moving forward even when everything in them screams to stop. That's when transformation begins. Not when it's easy, but when it's brutal. When your muscles ache, your mind doubts, and still you choose to continue. That's where the gap between dreamers and doers becomes obvious. People often say they want success, but very few are willing to suffer for it. Because that's what it takes. The grind, the long nights, the early mornings, the sacrifice. It's not glamorous, but it's real. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, every time you stick to the plan instead of following impulse, you're casting a vote for your future self. You're building resilience, mental toughness, and unshakable character. There's no shortcut, no hack, no secret formula. Just you, your decisions, and your discipline. Push yourself even when it's boring, even when no one claps, even when results are invisible, because that's when real growth happens. In the silence, in the repetition, in the mundane, one disciplined step at a time. Your dream is waiting, but it won't wait forever. The question is, will you stay on the side of wishing, or will you walk the bridge of discipline and meet it on the other side? The choice is yours. Pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. It's a simple truth, but one that too many people ignore until it's too late. The pain you feel when you wake up early, when you push your body to the limit, when you say no to distractions, when you stay committed to your goals, that pain will pass. It might last a day, a week, or even a season, but eventually it fades. What it leaves behind is growth, strength, progress. Temporary pain is the cost of long-term transformation, but regret digs deeper. Regret is the voice that whispers, "What if?" long after the chance has disappeared. It's the weight that never fully lifts. You don't forget the things you didn't do, you remember them vividly. Every missed opportunity, every excuse, every moment you chose comfort over courage. You either suffer the discipline of commitment or the pain of staying the same. There's no third option. Life demands payment either way. Discipline is painful, yes. It requires sacrifice. It forces you to show up when you're tired, to focus when you're distracted, to follow through when quitting feels easier. But that pain is productive. It's a worthy struggle. It pushes you to become more than you were yesterday. When you choose the path of discipline, you're choosing growth. You're choosing to suffer now so you can live free later. On the other hand, the pain of staying the same is far more dangerous. It creeps in slowly. It doesn't hurt as loudly as discipline does at first. It disguises itself as comfort, but over time it eats at you. You begin to feel restless, unfulfilled. You look around and realize nothing has changed. The goals you talked about are still just words. The life you envisioned is still just a dream. That pain builds quietly but powerfully. It shows up as envy when you see others succeed. It shows up as self-doubt when you realize you haven't moved. It shows up in moments of silence when you wonder why you feel so empty. That's the pain of potential wasted, of time lost, of chances not taken. The truth is both paths involve pain, but only one leads to purpose. It's not about eliminating pain from your life, it's about choosing the right kind of pain. Do you want the pain of waking up at 5 a.m. to chase your dream, or the pain of waking up one day and realizing you never did? Do you want the soreness from pushing your limits, or the bitterness from playing it safe? No one escapes the cost. Everyone pays. But you get to decide what you're buying with your suffering. Will you invest your pain into building a better future, or will you waste it preserving the same old routine? Pain is temporary, but regret, that's a life sentence. Make the hard choice now, while you still can. Choose discipline, choose growth. Choose the path that hurts today but heals tomorrow, because the pain of effort is fleeting, but the pain of regret can haunt you forever. No one is coming to save you. That's the truth most people run from their entire lives. They wait. They wait for the right time, for a sign, for someone to notice them, to believe in them, to give them a chance. But what they don't realize is that the longer they wait, the more life passes them by. The world doesn't slow down for anyone. No one is going to knock on your door and hand you the life you've been dreaming about. No one is coming with a magic solution to fix your problems. If you want something different, you have to do something different. And that begins with you. If you want to change your life, it's you who has to move. You are the answer you've been waiting for. Not your parents, not your friends, not some motivational guru. You. Change starts the moment you take full responsibility for everything in your life. Your habits, your mindset, your time, your energy. That responsibility may feel heavy, but it's also the most freeing realization you can have. Because if it's all on you, then you don't have to wait for anyone. You don't have to ask for permission. You don't have to rely on luck. You can get up and make moves right now. There are no handouts, no shortcuts. Success doesn't care about your excuses, your circumstances, or your intentions. It responds only to action, to effort, to persistence. You can talk about your goals all day long, but if you're not taking real steps toward them, they'll stay locked in your imagination forever. Life rewards the doers, not the dreamers. It favors the ones who show up even when it's hard, the ones who build when no one is watching, the ones who keep moving when the world tells them to stop. You have to become your own hero. You have to build the strength to pick yourself up when you fall. You have to find the discipline to keep going when everything in you wants to quit. That strength doesn't come from books or videos or motivational speeches. It comes from within, through struggle, through pain, through daily choices to rise above mediocrity. The truth is, no one owes you anything. The world doesn't owe you success just because you want it. You have to earn it with your sweat, with your sacrifice, with your consistency. It's easy to blame others, easy to point fingers, easy to feel sorry for yourself. But none of that changes your situation. What changes your life is radical responsibility, the courage to look in the mirror and say, it's up to me. That's where transformation begins, not with blame, but with ownership. So stop waiting, stop hoping someone will come and fix things for you. Get up, move, take control. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it, because once you realize no one is coming to save you, you unlock the power to save yourself. And that power can change everything. Excuses make today comfortable but tomorrow miserable. They give you an easy way out, a reason to delay, a justification for inaction. In the moment they feel harmless. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, that you're too tired, too busy, or just not ready. And for a while that excuse buys you comfort. It wraps you in the illusion that avoiding the hard thing was the smart move. But what you don't see right away is the cost, because every excuse comes with a price tag, and that price is regret. You may not feel it today, but you will feel it tomorrow. The more you run from effort now, the more pain you inherit later. The comfortable choice might save you some stress today, but it will rob you of pride, growth, and momentum tomorrow. Comfort is a slow death. It doesn't hurt all at once. It numbs you over time. It convinces you to settle, to stop reaching, to make peace with mediocrity. It silences the voice inside that wants more, that craves change, that dreams bigger. When you choose comfort, you stop evolving. You begin to coast, and eventually you stall. And when you stall for too long, you forget what it's like to be alive, to struggle, to strive, to grow. You become a shadow of what you could be, slowly dying in routines that no longer serve you. Growth doesn't happen in comfort, it never has. It lives in resistance, in challenge, in discomfort. It comes from pushing yourself past the point where you usually stop. It comes from doing the thing you fear, the thing you avoid, the thing you think you're not ready for. Growth is earned in sweat, in late nights, in early mornings, in broken routines and renewed commitments. Discomfort is the price of greatness, and those who are willing to pay it are the ones who rise. When you chase discomfort, you chase strength. Every moment you choose discipline over distraction, action over excuse, you step closer to your potential. It's not supposed to be easy. If it were, everyone would do it. The hard path is the path of transformation. The uncomfortable path is the one that leads to fulfillment. Because deep down, we don't regret the effort, the struggle, or the pain. We regret the times we avoided it. We regret the moments we chose ease over effort. Stop choosing temporary relief over long-term progress. Stop feeding yourself lies to escape short-term discomfort. You were not built for comfort. You were built for challenge, for change, for growth. So if your day feels too easy, it might be a warning, a sign that you're coasting, that you're choosing survival over elevation. Push yourself into the places that scare you. Lean into the work that stretches you. Say no to the excuses that seduce you, because every time you chase discomfort, you chase the person you were meant to become. Comfort may keep you safe, but discomfort is where the breakthroughs happen. Choose wisely. Your future depends on it. You're not tired, you're just uninspired. Most of the time when people say they're exhausted, burnt out, or unmotivated, what they're really experiencing isn't physical fatigue. It's a lack of purpose, a dullness of the soul. When you wake up every day without a clear reason, without something meaningful driving you, even the simplest tasks can feel heavy. You hit snooze not because your body is broken, but because your spirit is idle. You drag yourself through the day not because you're incapable, but because your heart isn't in it. There's not tiredness, there's emptiness. But everything changes when you find a reason, when you lock onto something that matters deeply to you, something that lights a fire inside your chest. You'll discover energy you didn't know you had. You'll stop counting the hours and start making them count. You'll rise early with intention and stay up late with passion. Because when your soul is on fire, your body follows. The same task that once drained you suddenly energizes you. Why? Because it has meaning now. The problem isn't always effort, it's alignment. Too many people are pushing through life on autopilot, doing what they're told, following what's safe, chasing goals that don't even belong to them. Of course they feel tired. Of course they feel stuck. But when you're chasing a dream that comes from within, a goal that excites you at your core, you become a force. You're no longer dragging yourself forward, you're being pulled by vision. When the fire inside you burns stronger than the doubts around you, that's when magic happens. That inner fire is what separates the unstoppable from the average. It's not that the determined don't feel fear or uncertainty or fatigue. They just have something more powerful inside them, purpose. That purpose silences the noise. It overpowers the doubt. It gives you tunnel vision, blocking out distractions and excuses. It drives you when logic says quit, and comfort begs you to slow down. People will doubt you, circumstances will challenge you, your mind will whisper lies telling you you're not enough, not ready, not capable. But when the flame inside burns brighter than all of that, you keep going, you defy odds, you prove people wrong, not to spite them, but to honor the fire within yourself. So if you feel like giving up, don't ask if you're tired, ask if you're uninspired. Ask yourself what you're living for, what sets your soul ablaze, what vision makes your heart beat faster. Find that and you'll find your energy. Reignite that and you'll find your strength. You don't need more sleep, you need more clarity. You don't need more time, you need more meaning. And you don't need someone to motivate you. You need something to believe in so deeply that quitting is no longer an option. Because the day your fire burns stronger than your fear is the day your life truly begins. If you don't build your future, someone else will hire you to build theirs. That's the harsh truth most people don't realize until it's too late. Life is about choices, and every day, whether you act or not, you are making a choice. You either invest in your own dreams, or you sell your time, your energy, and your potential to help someone else build theirs. The world will always need workers, and it will always need leaders. If you don't take control of your path, someone else will hand you a map that leads to their destination, not yours. There is nothing wrong with serving others or working for someone else's vision, but the tragedy lies in forgetting your own in the process. When you silence your voice, when you ignore your goals, when you keep postponing your purpose, you give up authorship of your life. You become a supporting role in someone else's story instead of being the hero in your own. That's what happens when you wait, when you procrastinate, when you make excuses. The time you waste today becomes the regret you carry tomorrow. Building your future is not easy. It requires sacrifice. It demands long hours, sleepless nights, and often moving in silence while others are resting. It requires vision when nothing around you reflects success yet. But if you don't start now, you'll look back years from now wishing you had. The dreams you bury today don't die, they haunt you. They resurface in quiet moments and remind you of what could have been. Push now or settle later. That's the choice. You can either face the temporary pain of discipline today, or the permanent pain of regret tomorrow. Settling might feel safe, but it is the slow death of your dreams. It numbs your ambition. It tricks you into believing good enough is acceptable when your soul is screaming for greatness. Comfort zones are quiet prisons. You decorate them, you adjust to them, but you never grow inside them. If you want freedom, you have to fight for it, not just once, but every single day. You push not because it's fun or easy, but because your future is worth it. Because living on your terms is better than being used to build someone else's empire. You have ideas, you have potential. But potential means nothing without action. Dreams mean nothing without effort. What you do today shapes your tomorrow. What you refuse to do today becomes the price you pay later. The clock is ticking, and life doesn't wait for the perfect moment. There will always be distractions, always reasons to delay. But the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. Push now, even if it's hard. Even if no one believes in you yet, even if the results are invisible, because every step you take builds a brick in the foundation of your future. You are either building your own dream or helping someone else build theirs. Don't let your future become a side project. Make it your mission. Push now, or live the rest of your life wondering what could have been. The life you want will never be handed to you. It has to be earned through self-discipline, through sacrifice, through relentless effort. When no one's watching and no one's cheering, pain will come, but it will pass. What stays is who you become through it. Excuses may give you comfort today, but they'll steal your future, and waiting for someone else to save you is the fastest way to live someone else's dream instead of your own. You're not tired, you're just waiting on a spark. But that spark isn't out there, it's already inside you. And when that inner fire burns brighter than your fears, that's when the shift happens. That's when momentum takes over. That's when your ordinary life begins to turn into something extraordinary. So push. Push past the doubts. Push past the pain. Push past the temptation to settle. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Push yourself. Make it happen.